In this quick video guide, we're going to continue the exploration of the various Adobe apps, and this time will be the turn of Capture, which I think it's one of the most interesting small apps that you can use with Adobe. So right now I am in Creative Cloud and I search for Capture. You can find it in here, but this is only available for mobile. So it's going to be, we're going to use this with our smartphone. And we can use iOS or Android. And basically, what Capture does is capture, something that it's in the world, which could be a sketch or a drawing or whatever you've done that is not digital, and it's gonna just digitalize it. It's gonna make it available for 3D software, so you can do a material for a 3D object. You can create a pattern for Photoshop or Illustrator. You can create a brush and other things, because this is constantly updating, upgrading, and evolving. So you can come back and see if they made some changes. Now you can access these also if you have a tablet. So just go, you find it in just by searching on the web. You can find Adobe Capture, and you have also some examples of what you can do. So basically vector graphics, raster graphics, types, so fonts, and color. You can get colors from images, you can get patterns, you can develop brushes, and so on. So on the right side we have the mobile right here that I'm using. So just going to go in the Play Store, or if using the Apple Store is fine, it's the same. So I'm gonna look for Adobe Capture in here and just click, and there you go. So I can now install it by clicking on the button, and I'm just gonna wait for this to be installed. So the interface here is in Italian, but it's really easy. Just click on the blue button, click on install, just wait, and that's going to be downloaded now and installed. Now you can see the related apps. Now a dimension I think is not here anymore, but you have like 3D substance models instead, and scene creator, or I think it's called stager. But if you want, you can check in the channel. We have other courses dedicated to substance, to Photoshop, and many other apps from Adobe, and also other mobile apps. So now that's finished. What we can do is open it up and see what it's about. So just gonna, there you go. Wait for the blue button, click on open. And of course you need to have a Creative Cloud account, an Adobe account. So you click on register if you don't have one, or just access, and insert your mail or your Google or your Adobe account, and there it is. Now these are the new features. So uh, shortly we will be able also to do 3D capture. So I think creating 3D objects from pictures, and then, well, there will be more features in the future, and we'll try to keep an eye on that. So also, if you want to stay updated, subscribe. If you want to support us, if you like our work, please join the channel as a supporter. Now in my libraries here, I already have things that I have created with other Adobe apps. For example, these are themes of different colors made with the Adobe Color. Now here in the material, we don't have anything yet. So I can use this app to create my first material. I can get an image from the library in my device, or I can just give the permission to use the camera. And so I'm gonna do it right now with you. I'm taking a picture of this drawing that I have on my board, and this is gonna be then turned into a material. You can see the preview for the material there. And if you switch to font, you can see down there you can change to font graphics. So you can acquire a graphic element, turn it into vector graphics, or a shape, or a raster. So this is more vector. You can get colors. You can create looks. You can get patterns. So you can see it's creating a pattern out of that image, out of what is seen through the camera. So if I change distance, you can see it's going to change the way it's going to create that pattern. And then I can also create brush for Photoshop, etc., etc. So decide what you want to do. I'm just gonna go with the first one here. The material I think is gonna be the more complex. So click on acquire. Click on, like if you're taking a shot with your camera, and there it is. Now this is the material. I'm just gonna close the other part so we can put this in the middle. So now what I can do is change the roughness of the material. So more rough or more glossy, and then details, metallic, less metallic, more metallic, depending on what we need to create. And if I scroll down, I have other settings here, repetition or tiling. So it's similar to creating a pattern. So it's something that is going to be repeated over and over, and you can decide the size. And also you can blend a little bit the seams. So basically the cuts between one tile and the other, and you can make it more or less blended. You can check the material with more objects. So let's use like a bag, and that's going to be now the final result, kind of a packaging operation. Now you can also adjust this by cutting, cropping the image where we want. So we want concentrate on one part. We can also adjust the perspective. Now think about if you're taking a picture, or if you're already taken a picture of a wall and you like the bricks on that wall, but those are not flat, because when you create a texture or a material, you need flats. So you need to adjust the perspective, and you need to make it look flat. In this case, I'm doing the opposite here. I'm taking like a flat paper, and I'm making it look like it's in perspective. But this is why we have the perspective adjustment, or crop. So to crop better the material we want to create. So once we save, there we go. Now we can save it in our Adobe library, and we can retrieve it anytime. So these are different libraries that I created using After Effects, Premiere, and other Adobe apps. And just gonna create a new library, call it Material 3D, and here I can save this material. And also is suggesting me that to save other stuff that I created, like a color theme, an SVG, so vector graphics, a pattern that I can use again in Photoshop and others, and just save. So if you want to add more graphics that you generated to your folder, to your library, just select them and just save. And that's it. So we have saved everything now. We can also go through now all the other libraries. So we still don't have anything in font, because we couldn't create like a font out of that image, but you probably can do that if you draw a letter or more letters. And then we have graphics, so shapes that we created a shape which is an SVG, and all these can be modified, renamed, duplicated, moved into another folder, deleted. And also you can share. You can see the share button here. Sorry, this is in Italian, but it's quite easy to understand, so it's not going to be a problem. Just you can share it in social networks like Instagram or Facebook. You can send it through email like an attachment. You can share it with the Bluetooth to another device. You can see all these social networks that you have installed in your device. And you can also save and check here which type of software you can use with this. So for materials, you can use them like in Substance, and you can use fonts in Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, XD, and you can use let's see here. Well, you have Lux, and you have other. Just click there and check which one you can use, and then you have Explore, and you have the possibility to see what's gonna be happening in the future, and also you can check some video tutorials, which can be helpful. Also, let me click it back here. So you can also export it. In this case, you can export it as a simple image, as a scalable vector graphic, as a PDF. You can save it in your device. You can open it directly in another app that is available. And you basically you move to the next step using other Adobe apps. So again, this will be all for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and also join if you want to support us. Check out other courses and guides in the channel. and we're gonna continue with more videos. So thanks for watching and see you in the next.